slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Set. Two.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down. It's Lindsay, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. On third and long, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40.
11. Don't get nervous. Shoot.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 40 got.
They try right side here. Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Set. Red 80.
Mike 54.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. 50-50.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set. Go 20.
Check 59.
Alert.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Get ahead.
On first down, it's Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 20. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's 2nd down now. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
50-50.
Check 31, check 31.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later
54,
on.
right there, 54.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. A deep ball for Gurley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Monday.
Mike 5-4.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check. 59.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You put it to the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
To throw on third down. Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Block, and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 27. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On the ready.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Man left. Hey.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. With it is Brown. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got by. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Showing it. 53. Ready. Omaha. Ready, move. Ready, hot.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 50.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 54.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Big stop.
Hey, Haywood.
Go. Mike.
Alert.
59.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On first down at Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Bandit.
To throw again. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's get off the field. Watch twins. Watch twins. On the book now.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's make these babies cry.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw it is Locke. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Set.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Stafford now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. From the gun, Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a draw play for Gurley. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And it's complete. Hooper. That's good for 28 yards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Stafford. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's get it.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The end result, 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Check, set. 40  gut. 40 gut. Blue 60. Watch the screen. Pass. Check 59.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford got him in. It's Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40.
Hey, 50. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now it's Stafford. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Set up. 10-2 start. Hard. Right. Set up.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside there. 4 down. Check.
Look at me. Zipper. Where's the mic? And we got to get to the ball. Get it.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Set, ready. 18, Gator. Look, squeeze. Check 52. Let's go.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really rack.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that, because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering. Away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 22.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The Raiders on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Again, they run with Gurley. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Point after, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch 84, watch 84.
Back to the air on second down. It's locked. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke, and an alley to run. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem. problem for him. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Block now to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. On 1st down, Lock. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 20-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
At the 46-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Silver. Begin.
Like 7.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Raiders, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.